Tub Time Machine.
Today on this episode of History Tub Time Machine, we're going to be continuing our discussion of the Civil War, starting with the Conscription Act.
Let's start traveling.
Violence is not the answer!
Stop it! Rich doesn't have to go to war!
It can't happen, I'm rich, peasant!
What's being rich got to do with this? The Conscription Act!
What is the Conscription Act?
It's an act saying that all men from 20 to 45 have to register for the war. But I can pay $300 and be exempt from fighting.
That is so unfair.
Sounds like this act caused a lot of tension among people.
You're right. Let's go.
It's April 1863, and today we're going to be talking about the Battle of Chancellorsville.
I didn't think we were going to make it. In the Battle of Chancellorsville, facing an enemy twice our size, I was nervous.
So what happened?
Well, I split my troops into two, and that helped me surprise General Joseph Hooker. And even though I won, my most trusted general, Thomas Stonewall Jackson, was mortally wounded.
That's no good.
Sounds like a costly victory.
It was, for sure.
You're right. Let's go.
I am Dorothea Dix, and I am the leader of the Union Army Nurses. I want to help as many soldiers as possible, and I also help set up insane asylums for the mentally ill.
I'm Clara Barton, and I began the American Red Cross in order to help soldiers after the war as well. For more information on this organization, call 1-800-68-5313. Yes.
Since Miss Groom says that battle scenes aren't very important, I guess we won't be traveling to the Battle of Vicksburg and the Battle of Gettysburg.
So now we're going to tell you about them instead.
First was the Battle of Vicksburg, and it was fought between May 18th and July 4th of 1863. There was about 19,000 casualties, and the Union won.
Grant commanded the Union, and Pemberton commanded the Confederates. With the loss of Pemberton's army, the Confederacy was split in half. Now on to the Battle of Gettysburg.
The Battle of Gettysburg was fought on July 1st through July 3rd in 1863. With only 3 days in the battle, it was considered in the top 15 bloodiest battles of the war, and was considered the most important engagement of the battle. On the first day, more men were killed than in the Bull Run and Franklin put together. On the second day, was even worse. 20,000 men were killed, wounded, and captured or missing.
Not only were there many soldiers that were killed in the wars, but there were also 9 generals killed. No other battle claimed as many generals' lives. The Union walked away with the victory.
What do you read there, Lace?
I found this newspaper from the 1860s, 1863 to be exact, and I was reading this crazy article about the NYC, that's New York City, riots.
Well, let's hear it.
Congress passed a conscription law, I think it says, making all men between 20 and 45 years of age liable for military service. On July 13th, the government's attempt to enforce the draft in New York City ignited a destructive civil disturbance. Rioters torched government buildings and on July 15th fought pitched battles with troops. Commentators, concerned about an anti-union plot, claimed that 1,155 people, that's a lot, were killed. In fact, about 300, over half of them policemen and soldiers, were injured, and there was no more than 119 fatalities, most of them rioters.
Well, this country sure did go through a lot of rough patches while making history.
It did. This looks like South Carolina.
Right you are. I'm Colonel Robert Goldshaw, leader of the Massachusetts 54 Infantry of Soldiers. I'm going to lead a group of soldiers of over 1,000 Blackens here to fight at Fort Wagner to help the Union win the war.
Don't tell him, but the infantry lost the battle. They put some damage on the Confederates, though.
When I'm in a bush, there's no place I'd rather be. No, 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 no place I'd rather be.